Today's video is sponsored by Policy Genius. Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. We're down here at the woodyard today and it feels pretty nice. Lately, the weather hasn't been cooperating too much. We had a lot of rain over the last week or so, but today, sun shining, the temperature's hovering right around freezing. Pretty nice day to be cutting some wood. I've got a mountain of logs here to get cut and split for next year, but I'm starting out with some of the bigger stuff here. This wood is all red oak that I'm cutting here today. This will all be used for bundle firewood. These aren't huge, but they're actually pretty good size. Like this one right here is probably 20 inches in diameter. I think I'm gonna put the split fire log splitter on the excavator and kind of break these down to size. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll take them right over here to the split force log splitter and split right into the dump trailer. Before I do that though, I need to fix up that area right there. I want to have a nice little ramp going up into there, and that way when we're using the Wolfe Ridge splitter splitting into the firewood bunker, we can drive right up in there like with the tractor and the firewood bucket or the skid loader, whatever we want. But I'll get that cleaned up, put the split fire on the excavator here, and we'll make a bunch of firewood. Something I've been wanting to mention, the excavator here, since I got it, that right there is the best medicine for lower back pain. When I'm cutting and I can keep that stuff about waist height, no bending over, it makes all the difference in the world. Before, I'll admit it, I was only good for about 4 or 5 hours and my lower back would really start bothering me, but since I got this, no problem at all. So I mentioned earlier that today's video was sponsored by Policy Genius, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. If you have anyone at all relying on your income, you need life insurance. It's that simple. I think most of us have insurance for just about everything. You know, your vehicles are insured, your home's insured, health insurance, we have insurance on our equipment. However, sometimes I feel life insurance is overlooked, and I'm not sure why, because it's definitely the most important insurance that you need to have. We all have things to worry about, whether it be your children or your parents. It could be one of a million different things, but a good life insurance policy gives you peace of mind. Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. There's no incentive for them to recommend one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. There are no added fees, and your personal information is private. No wonder they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance coverage that starts at just $17 per month for $500,000 of coverage. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to policygenius.com/outdoorswiththemorgans or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save. All right, I got my little ramp put in here. I sprinkled a little stone on it just to help stay out of the mud, because you know I don't like mud. Got a bunch of nice red oak cut up. I'm going to go up and get the split fire splitter and put it on the excavator. It only takes a minute. But before I do that, I'm going to grab these with the excavator and kind of stage them around in like a semicircle. It just makes it faster with the log splitter. It'll take 5 minutes to get everything set up the way I want. And I'll save that time when I'm splitting, because you're not jacking around trying to line things up. If you had one of them rotator heads on the excavator, it would be easier, but you know, I don't do this enough to justify that. Now, if I was a full-time excavator, I would definitely have one of those. Idle down so you can hear me. I want to show you something. So you turn on your auxiliary hydraulics right here. All right, this right here controls my thumb. The thumb really doesn't do much with the splitter. You know, I mean, it's not like I can pick up logs, because the thumb is much longer than the beam on the splitter. So I keep the thumb out of the way. And over on this one here, this controls the splitter. Now, I need to switch my hoses around. Actually, yeah, I need to switch the hoses around, but I need to switch fittings, because on the stick, I've got a male on one end, female on the other side. And this right here, if you look, move it to the left, the wedge is going to the right. You kind of get used to it, but you kind of get jacked up a little bit as well. So that's what I need to do, switch the fittings around so I can switch the hoses around, and it will move left to right with the button. What you want to do with this thing, on the right side there's like a stationary piece. It doesn't move. That's the side you want to have up against the log. Then you move the wedge into it. Works really well, but like I said before, the key is, at least for me, kind of get them staged around you in a semicircle. It took 6 minutes to stage all these out here, and now I can just pick them up. I'll put a little bit of pressure on them, swing them over closer to where I want them, and most of these I'll just split in half, some maybe in thirds, We'll just have to see. Something to keep in mind if you're running one of these, at least for me, it's easier when you pick them up and you move them over, set them down on the ground. If you split them when they're up in the air, sometimes it'll start to split and fall out before it's completely split all the way through. So it's best to, you know, set it on your pile or set it on the ground or something and then split it, and then you don't have to worry about it not going all the way through. All right, we got a nice pile going on here. I'm going to leave the splitter on the excavator. I got a few more big ones down there I'll cut up tomorrow. Then we'll bring the split force splitter right over here and split up all this into bundle wood right into the dump trailer. I keep forgetting that this is self-propelled. You know, normally I would put that all in the bucket and bring it right up here to the splitter, but I can drive this right to there, park the dump trailer right here. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here. I also want to thank Policy Genius for sponsoring today's video. If you want more information on that, check out the link in the description, and we'll catch you on the next one.